Ready for a vacation filled with magic and adventure? Look no further than Travel Magic. Book your enchanting getaway to Walt Disney's properties or cruise lines. Experience the excitement of Universal Studios. Indulge in luxury and all-inclusive sandals and beaches resorts. Leave the kids home and escape with Virgin Voyages, or bring the family and set sail on Norwegian or Royal Caribbean. Discover paradise with our handpicked resorts in Mexico and Aruba. Visit us online and book your dream vacation today. Travel Magic, where your perfect getaway awaits.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking us out, the Norcast Weather Channel. It's cold out there, right? It's even a little colder than it was supposed to be at this moment in time. And with the winds, it feels like we're in the lower 20s. I was just out there for 45 minutes walking the dogs, and I got back to the house and my face was just numb and my fingers were numb. Of course, I was typing on Facebook trying to get forecast out there, but yeah, bundle up, all right? It feels like snow, and it better darn well be that way because we have snow on the way. That's going to be here overnight and then throughout the day for tomorrow. So we'll dive into those details in just a second. 28 right now in Marlton, 29 in Hamilton, 30 in Mays Landing, as well as on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, 29 in Cape May, 31 in Rehoboth. On the other side of the Delaware River, we got those temperatures in the mid and upper 20s as well. So a pretty even keel air mass. You know, typically when we are anticipating snow to move in, it's the other way around. We're usually on the warmer side, and then we have to manufacture cold air with the deepening area of low pressure. Not the case with this at all. The cold air is there, and the storm will take advantage of it, and I am not concerned about many mixing issues. I think that, you know, down towards the beaches by around lunchtime tomorrow, there could be some mixing, but for the most part, this is going to be falling as a mainly snow event. Lots of sunshine over Summers Point, Atlantic City, Margate, Wildwood, crystal clear blue skies. Now, through the course of the afternoon, you'll notice high up in the air, thin cirrus clouds working through, and that signifies a change on the way, and that's in advance of our storm system. Nobody's out there braving the elements on the boardwalk in Ocean City, and you know what? It's cold and it's blustery at times, and I don't know if I could blame anybody for not wanting to be out there. Lots of sunshine over the river in Camden overlooking Philadelphia. You start to see some of those cirrus clouds off in the distance. Our skies will be populated with a lot of them later on in the afternoon and into the evening. Winds are sustained out of the west right now at 17, so your real field temperature is certainly in the lower 20s. So that snow is going to be moving in. And the dew points are so low that you have to saturate that column of air from the top of the atmosphere all the way down to the surface. So snow might appear earlier, but it's not going to reach the ground. As soon as the air is saturated, then it will make it down. But we're going to go from light to steady snow between 3 and 6 o'clock. So by the morning commute tomorrow, we are looking at steady snow overspreading the entire area, and we're likely going to be ending up with several hours of snow shutting off sometime later on in the day. And yes, a plowable snow is on the table, especially the farther south you go. Now let's dive into the details a little bit more. Yesterday we had a winter storm watch in effect that was upgraded to a warning. Now I don't know if I agree with Gloucester and a part of Burlington County being included in this, because I do think that your best chance for a plowable snow is pretty much in this circled area. That's going to be Salem, Cumberland, Cape May County, especially these areas, this tri-county area right here, and then over into central Delaware as well. So if there's a jackpot zone, that is where it's going to be. Right now, the storm is looking healthy, right? It's there, it's materialized, we don't have to wait for it to actually form, and it's been bringing a lot of impacts. Blizzard conditions to Kansas City, Missouri, we have ice down in southern Illinois, into the Ohio Valley. We've got the snow creeping in, and eventually, yes, late tonight, this is going to be creeping into our neck of the woods. Look at that, a tornado watch down there in southern Arkansas and Louisiana. So this storm is bringing everything you could think of. Futurecast satellite radar shows you clear skies for the next couple hours, cirrus clouds work in, and eventually the snow is going to get here. Before you go to bed, if you're a night owl, snow is going to be over Delmarva and then slowly moving into our neck of the woods. And where you see the darker shades of blue, well, that is where the heavier snow is going to be, and that's going to be the theme throughout the duration of this storm. And therefore, that is why we are expecting the highest snowfall totals down to the south through Salem, Cumberland, Cape May, southern Atlantic County as well. But for your morning commute, snow overspreads the entire area. The ground is going to be so cold, it's going to stick instantly. Then a warm front's going to slowly work up into our neck of the woods and give the chance for a changeover to some sleet and freezing rain for the shore, Cape May County, and I think most of the mainland is fine. Now, here's the wild card, and I want to put this out there. I believe in full 100% transparency here and give you some insight as to how these things play out. We are going to be watching a transfer of energy from a parent low to a coastal low. That can be a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. The good thing is, well, the stronger the storm, the more precipitation, the heavier that precipitation can get, right? But the bad thing is, oftentimes when that transfer happens, you get dry air to chip at that precipitation shield, and you could end up in a several hour period where there's nothing going on. And that right there can bust the entire forecast. I've seen it happen many times. However, sometimes as that low gets formed, another round of snow comes through, and that's what some of our guidance is trying to pick up on, with it finally getting out of here on your Monday night. So our final snowfall forecast map has been issued, and you can drive yourself crazy going over these details and changing the lines around. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. The idea is it's going to snow, there's going to be measurable snow, and some of you are going to get a plowable snow. And I understand that the forecast is not going to be 100% accurate for everybody out there, okay? I accept that. But please don't look at the higher end here and say, oh, 8 inches, I'm getting 8 inches. That's it. That's the forecast. That's what I expect. We have a range for a reason. There are a lot of variables at play, and if one thing is off, that could change the calculus, okay? So we have a range of 5 to 8 in the extreme southern sections of our viewing area. If you're in Upper Township, if you're in Corbin City, if you're in Vineland, Millville, Bridgeton, Salem, those areas I think good for 5 to 8. Linwood, Summers Point. That 3 to 5 inch zone is going to be Atlantic City, Brigantine, Egg Harbor, Galloway, Hamilton, westward towards Winslow, towards Deptford and Washington Township. Collingswood, Haddonfield area, you're probably in that 1 to 3 zone, and then it's less the farther north you go. There could be some isolated totals of over 8 inches of snow, but that would be in the extreme southern part of our viewing area. We'll dip down into the 20s for tonight, around 20 actually, with areas of snow developing after midnight. It's going to be snowing in the 20s through interior South Jersey. That means there's going to be a little bit of a fluff factor, with perhaps a little warmer air working in tomorrow afternoon at the beaches. So your ratio will be a little bit more of a true 10 to 1 at some point as more moisture works in with the warmer weather. But overall, 20s to the northwest, lower 30s to the southeast, areas of snow develop, and it's going to be a wintry day. Sunshine back with us on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Look at those cold temperatures. And then as we get into the weekend, I don't want to talk about it just yet, but I'll probably be adding the snow icons on Saturday and Sunday as we have yet another threat of wintry weather. We will do another live after the game, so stay tuned for that, and meteorologist Will Rowe will be in at 3, 7, and 11 o'clock tonight. We'll chat later.